Hi, I'm Sarah, and we are getting ready for a new season of Amazing Race, which made me want to check in with some of my former faves. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And then also, please welcome our twins from season 33 who had to eat too many souvlaki's. It's Lulu and Lala Gonzalez. Hello.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Let me tell you, I still have nightmares with that Slovak, that onion. I could not deal with that.
How much raw onion have you had since then?
Zero.
Just went back to no thank you. None of that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
onions, not just another thing. Stressed out, tired, hungry, and then add onions to just not a good combination. Not a good combo.
Not a good combo at all. Well, I have to say happy birthday first off. It's your birthday week.
Thank you. I did not know that 22 years ago, from September 5th, that was the first episode of The Amazing Race.
Oh, that's right. Oh, look at you.
Yeah. So it was meant to be.
It's a special day.
Yeah.
Okay, now I do astrology, so I just have to bring it up. So you're obviously Virgos. Do you guys know anything else about your chart? Do you know your big three?
I think we're rats. We're rats. I think you're the rat. I think and we're very much in our heads. We're very much in our heads. We're super annoyingly organized, and we're very hard on ourselves. We like to give advice, but we can't use it on ourselves. I don't know what else I'm missing. I think we've pretty much
classic Virgo. You're fitting Virgos perfectly. You obviously I don't know your birth time, so I can't do your full chart, but I did look up what I could. You're also a Capricorn moon. We'll get that later.
We'll do that later.
A Capricorn moon is like more earth energy because Virgo's earth, Capricorn's earth, like you are boss babes across the board. Like all the run your business, get it done, do the work, but also very hard on yourself, perfectionist.
Yes. I think that's a flaw of ours. I think it showed on The Amazing Race. We were just throughout the race we were pretty good, but once we got into our head, we pretty much screwed ourselves over half the time.
It's hard. The race is hard.
It is.
Especially if you have a little any anxiety, which Virgos are going to, how it's hard to let go of just the adventure of it, I would imagine. I mean, I've never been on the race. I'm asking you. You would be wonderful if you could just be like, oh my God, this adventure. But you can't do that, right?
No, I mean, it's been how long? We were season 33. It's been, I think, a year and a half or so. And we still are hung up over things that we could have done differently if we just had not gotten into our head. And sometimes it haunts us. It does.
Yeah.
Or things that we go through in life and we're like, hey, this is the same thing that happened to us on The Amazing Race. Like we always revert back to it. And you're right. We can't just let it go.
Do you have nightmares? Will you dream about a task or something?
Yes, I actually dream about cheese because cheese was this big thing in our season. We had to eat maggot cheese. We had to make cheese. And for me, I look at cheese in a very different way now. I appreciate the art of making cheese, but I really haven't had much of it. That's true. That's actually very true.
I'm a dairy-free person, so I don't eat cheese, but it's really hard and it makes me depressed. Are you just able to not have cheese in your life?
Well, no, except when I'm having pizza. That's but even then, it's not like a classic cheese pizza. It's actually chicken francese. It's some type of fancy pizza. But yeah, we're not, we're just not into it as much. Yeah. Never really was. Definitely not after the cheese. Yeah, cottage cheese is not my thing.
That's a gift. That's like a blessing to not.
I guess. Yeah.
I'm jealous. Well, okay, let's talk a little bit about the aftermath of Amazing Race. I mean, I'm very fascinated with this going on a reality show is a heightened experience that not everybody does. And yours was even more unique because you went, then you had to stop down for COVID. You have to wait over a year, like close to 2 years, come back, go through the anxiety of it again. Then you watch yourself on it, which is a whole other different heightened experience. What is it like then once it's just all over? Like, are you still riding a high? Do you come down? How is that?
Well, first of all, I have to say, I'm sorry, this is what always happens. Go ahead, just talk. The Amazing Race is truly a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I really hope to God that we're able to do it again, because you learn so much, not only about the world and the different cultures, but of yourself. There are things that I did, and there were situations that we were put, and we're sisters. We live together, we work together, but it's like, I didn't know that side of Lala, or she didn't know that side of me. We also kept a lot of bent up energy that we decided to release on national reality TV. But I feel that afterwards, it's kind of like you feel for a certain amount of period that something's missing. Because for 3.5 weeks, maybe sometimes even more, it's day in and day out. You see these people, they become your family in such a short amount of time. You are racing, so you're pretty much, it is a competition, but you build this bond. And even though it's been 1.5 years, we still have the chat. We still communicate with everybody. And it's not just the teammates, it's the entire production, the people behind the scenes, the cameramen and women, and audio. And it's true what Lala says. Even now, I still feel there's always like this thing that we need to get done, or that we didn't finish. It's weird. It's bittersweet. Like, yes, you're happy you're back home and you're back to reality and your family and work and all that. But then there's always a little piece of you that's like, I wish I was back on the Amazing Race, because it's a routine. They tell you when to eat, and again, it's just routine. And I think that a lot of us, sometimes we need that in our lives to function, especially us Virgos. We need structure, and we had a lot of structure on the Amazing Race. And then watching ourselves on television, whole different dynamic. I think I had more anxiety watching than when we were actually racing, right? Because you know what's going to happen, and then you see things that you did not know, like, oh my God, that clue was right next to me, or man, we weren't really last. We were actually pretty ahead of the game, and we didn't realize it. If we weren't so much in our feelings, we would have noticed, or what a dumb mistake we did. Why did I wait for Raquel? Or you just start really nitpicking on every single thing. But for people that aren't used to being in the entertainment business, or this is something new, having cameras follow you around, once it's over, I can see how it could be a little bit like, okay, now what? Like, you're so used to being that world, and all of a sudden, boom, it just ends all of a sudden. Like, that's it. It's done. It's over. So you're kind of left with like a little bit of like the taste of that little fame, your 3 seconds of fame, or the whole experience. I could see how sometimes it could even be a little depressing. Like, okay, now what? Where did my friends go? They went back to their regularly scheduled lives.
So did you find it more stressful or difficult to watch it back, or is the actual experience the more stressful?
So I want to say actually watching it gave me more anxiety than actually living through it, just because a few reasons. One, you don't know how it's going to be edited, so you don't know how they're going to paint you, and how frustrated, how mad you get, you're fully aware of like anything you may have said that you're like, oh my God, what if that comes off bad? What if I get canceled? And also, your family and your friends are watching, and then there are some things that we might have said that came off kind of dumb, like, how do I read a map? And so you're obviously aware. The fear of like judgment. I wouldn't say judgment. I guess. It is. What are people going to think? It definitely goes through everybody's mind. How much you care for it is really up to you, but that thought definitely crosses your mind.
I read a headline called Fear of Being Perceived recently, and it seems like that, because it's like, I don't know how I'm going to be judged. I don't know how people are going to view me if I'm just out there.
And I think that's why some people at least for us, we had more anxiety with that. The worst thing you could do is go on Reddit and start reading the comments, because they are vicious out there. I mean, it's any social media, you're going to get the good and you're going to get the bad. You just have to know that everyone has an opinion, and you just take the good and forget about the bad. Right. But if for anyone that doesn't do well with negative comment or just even stay away from comments, stay away from it. Stay away. Do not read. Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard because you can get 100 positive comments and then one rude one, and that's the one you remember.
Mm-hmm. That, or if you get multiple negative comments, there's a certain part of you that could start believing it, and then you start questioning yourself. I know, because I kind of went through it. I'm like, ow, why are people so mean? They don't
people are mean. Is Reddit worse than Twitter? I don't know how to use Reddit.
I don't know how to. I stay away. Obviously, I should have stayed away. I think it is. I think Reddit, from what I saw, I thought it was a lot compared to Twitter. Harsh. It's a lot harsh.
Okay, I'm gonna stay off of Reddit. Thank you for that. All right. Well, so I know of a couple big life changes that I've seen publicly announced. How has life changed? One of you's engaged.
Yes, that is I, Lulu. I am engaged. Very happy. Yes. I was not expecting it, and I can't even believe it. He totally surprised me, and and it's the dynamic. It's already changing. Like, obviously, she's been my partner in crime our whole lives, and now he's gonna be it. So it's kind of like there's an.
Is he moving in with the both of you, and we're just all gonna live happily together?
No, they're gonna be living together. But do you know how hard it was to keep that a secret? Because I knew the whole plan, and I had to keep it from her. And she is hard to surprise. She likes to know everything. She picks up on everything. She's one of those. So it was very difficult, but it was well worth the secret because she was completely surprised. Yes. And
that's so exciting.
She's cried happy tears, and she's cried, I don't even know what to call them, anxiety tears, if that exists, because the dynamic is going to change, and we've always been so close. So it's like, oh my God, like this is the last birthday we celebrated you as like a single person, because next year you're being married.
Are you going to do all the countdown of all of the lasts before the wedding?
This is your last September as a single woman. The good thing is that we're going to keep it in the family, because I am engaged to my fiance's. So her boyfriend is my fiance's brother. We're dating brothers. So
that was my next question. Is like, that's true? You guys are actually dating brothers? You're going to marry one of the brothers?
Yes. Mm-hmm. We actually met because of Lala and her boyfriend. And so here we are. Yeah.
This is a movie. This is what we think a movie would be like: twins dating brothers. I'm amazed that
it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun, and they understand like the twin dynamic. Like, we are very close friends. We've always worked together, and we're those type of twins that we're very close, and they get it. They understand it. They sometimes think it's weird, but they get it, and I think that's so like refreshing, because we've had to deal with certain other men that kind of try and break us apart, and that's just never going to happen.
Right. Yeah, they have to be down with like the closeness you guys have.
Exactly. Yeah.
The other big life change that Lala, you've been open about, is you had to have implant removal. You got ill.
That's right. I got my breast implants removed. I explanted back in December 13, and it has been the best decision ever. I should have never had them in the first place, and I've learned so much information going through this whole experience, and I'm so happy I decided to go public with it, because the amount of women that have reached out to me and the amount of women I've been able to help is just so rewarding to know that I wasn't the only one going through this. I wasn't going crazy. My body was talking to me, and I listened. And ever since, it's just been so much better.
So you're feeling better. You're good. You're healthy and feeling better. Good.
Healthy and feeling better than ever.
Good. Well, I have your YouTube channel linked here in the title. So if anybody does want to follow your journey, you've been very open about it. So it's they can go to your channel or y'all's website and get all of that information. Glad you're healthy.
Thank you.
You guys seem very, very happy. So we've got a new season coming up.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Do you guys still watch the show?
We do. We're very much invested, and we still talk to other. Like it's a huge community. Once you join the Amazing Race family, like you're stuck with them for the rest of your life. And so we are very excited for the new cast. I cannot wait to watch the adventures that they go on. I know there's a little twist this year with 13 teams, so I'm curious to see what's all that about.
Yeah, no non-elimination legs.
Yes, that would give me more anxiety.
Right?
Yes.
Like that's just it. You're done. You're done.
You're done and you're done. But it's I'm excited for them because after you've done it, you know what to expect, and you understand. Like you start actually seeing the teams and their personalities and how they develop throughout the season. Who is going to be the last, or you start seeing the top 3, which ones are there. So you start guessing. Everyone, it's like, and now that the cast has been announced, we've been reaching out to every single one of them, and everyone does this. You look at their Instagram handle and you see what they're all about. Like, oh, cool! Oh, look at this, or look, they live right there, and stuff. Like everyone does it, and it's so nice. Like I see from different other seasons, everyone leaving comments and whatnot. So it's very nice.
Yeah, you guys really are like a family. What's your advice for them? Because they're going to now enter the time where they watch it back, which we've established is stressful. What is your advice for them at this point?
So my biggest advice to them is to enjoy the ride, because sure, they already physically did it, but now this is now you're going to live all over again in a different way. So to enjoy every single moment of it, because it's going to go quick. It's definitely going to go quick. And if you really are trying to build your social media, or you're really trying to, if you have a business or whatever, like this is now the time to really go in hard on social media, promote yourself, spread the word that you're on the race, spread the word to tune in, and really have people get to know you. So I think they need to take advantage of that too, socially. So take advantage of social media, enjoy the moment, and stay away from bad or negative comments. Yeah.
Yes, just skip over those. Well, what else have you guys been up to? Have you done any traveling since the show, or are you chilling at home?
We've done a lot of traveling. After we did the Amazing Race, we were like, what have we been missing our whole lives? We were with the travel bug, and we have been traveling. We went to Guatemala. We've gone to El Salvador, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, and now we're going to be in Colombia at the end of the month. We're going to be going to Colombia at the end. So Central, South America, that region. And then we'll be going to Europe soon and embark in that journey.
Are you going back to Greece to find any Greek men?
We'll be going back not finding men, but maybe finding Slovakia. I don't know about that. We've done that. Oh man, I was gonna say something and it just left my mind.
I'm sorry.
We were going to do other shows. We were called upon to do other shows. We will see what happens with that. So, yes.
Well, I was going to say the rumor is out there that you guys almost went on the challenge.
Yes, that was actually true. And I was going to go on the challenge, but there's a small little thing that happened called me getting engaged. Yeah. We were both called and we really were down to do it, but I had just gotten my surgery, so I hadn't really been cleared yet to be on it. And then I knew of of the plan that she was gonna get engaged, and it landed right around the time that she would be leaving. So I'm like, oh my God. So I kind of played into that, like, you should maybe wait. Why don't you wait and really work out a little bit more? Like I kind of had a little bit. She convinced me to kind of stay for good reason. Oh yeah, for good reason. But who's to say what will happen in the future?
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So you're still open to it. It just wasn't the right time.
Yes, I am 100% open to it. Yeah.
And there's other shows you might be open to as well. Is there something you'd like to put out to the universe that you'd like to be on?
We're always open to doing other shows, but once you sign that NDA, you can't really say much.
Understood. Well, we will be excited to just keep our eyes out and just see where you might end up.
Yes. And just taking it in. We definitely do want to get back to doing a lot more television. So we've been working a lot with ideas here and there. Writer's strike isn't exactly helping, but we are cooking a few things up, and we're very excited for the future.
You guys have your radio show. I was listening last night.
Okay. Oh, God. What hour?
Getting in prep. So it's 103.5 KTU. It's in the New York area, obviously, but I can listen to it on the iHeartRadio app, so anybody can.
That's right. Download that app onto your smartphone. It's free. You can take us on the go anywhere, whether you're traveling, doing laundry, working out, on the throne, whatever. That's right. We are on from 7 to midnight. So tune in. It's a lot of fun. You know, it's always nice to be able to talk to a lot of people at the same time and connect with them. So. And put a smile on their faces. You know, we all go through highs and lows throughout the day and throughout the year. And if we're able to put a smile on somebody's face because of the shenanigans we say on air, then I think that we've done our job. Yeah.
Yeah. And you play my jams.
Yeah. Good feel-good music.
It really is. It really is. Let's do a quick, little just rapid fire. I'm going to give you an either or. Two things. You tell me which one you prefer.
Okay.
Survivor or Naked and Afraid?
Survivor.
Bachelor or Love Island?
I'm going to say Bachelor, Love Island. I think there's like more drama.
Split. All right. Housewives of New York or New Jersey?
New Jersey.
Oh. You guys are such twins. Fire signs or earth signs?
Earth signs. Earth signs. I'm definitely scared of fire, so anything like that, I'm staying away.
Greek men or American men?
You know, I had my fun in Greece. I was looking, but I was not touching. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Greece. There's something about that. They've got beautiful eyelashes and beautiful eyes. Yes. I'm gonna go with Greek men.
Love it. Domestic travel. Oh, there we go. Split it up. Domestic travel or international travel?
International. Hands down.
90s R&B or 90s grunge?
R&B. 90s R&B, but hands down for that. Ooh, I think, you know what? You were either making up or breaking up in the 90s. Like, it is so good, 90s music, especially R&B. I think I want to go with, that's a tough one. You got me there.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with grunge, though. I just remember hearing a little bit more of that growing up and, you know, vibing to it. Yep.
A good flannel. Good Doc Martin. Souvlaki or maggot cheese?
Maggot cheese. Are you serious? Yes. I pretty much ate the entire Slovakia. And I'm the one with the stomach issues. She did not help. I'm sorry. I would rather eat the tangy maggot cheese than Slovakia. I know that sounds horrible. It's such a bad memory for me that I'll go with anything but that.
Right. Well, sorry to bring up the cheese again. We started knowing that you're having nightmares about cheese or stressed about cheese. We'll forget about that again. Forget about it. Well, you ladies are so lovely and so fun.
Sarah, I have to tell you, and I have to tell everyone here that's watching, you are just a big bundle of joy. You just have a big smile. You lighten up everyone's day on Twitter, and your commentary, your color commentary, because even on the different shows, it's just because even if you do say something like funny or maybe like even negative, it's in your delivery that it's still in a positive way, if that makes any sense. I don't think that she's ever said anything. If people have taken it right, like the sarcasm is like light sarcasm, and I think it's just funny. It's very like refreshingly different. So thank you for that. Great at what you do, and honest to God, I just once you're when I see that you're on, I'm like, okay, we're gonna get the real deal here. And
this so is too much, ladies. Too much. Oh my gosh, you're gonna get me.
I'm being serious. I get my entertainment news sometimes. I'm like, okay. Sarah says it, then it's true.
Well, that's true. If I say it is true. Well, that was too kind. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to get to chat with you guys again. It's been too long. And I'm just excited about more amazing race.
Yeah, I'm excited for the season. I'm excited to see where they went in this world and what tasks they have to do. And it seems like a fun group of people that are going to be competing this season. So
yeah, and 90-minute episodes.
And which means they get more airtime. People take advantage. It means that more of the tasks and it's more drama, more anxiety. I'm all for it.
Yes. Well, you ladies are welcome back any time. Hopefully we'll get to chat more. Don't go too long in between. So what else can we promote for you guys? Obviously tune into your radio show. What else are we promoting?
Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at Lulu Lala. That's LULUYLALA. Or they could go to our website. Everything's there, luluilala.com. Yes.
Yay, wonderful. All right. Well, you guys, they're on their way to your radio show you're doing soon. So everyone, I imagine, is going to tune in tonight. And we will hopefully talk soon.
Yes. Thank you for having us. It was great chatting with you. You look amazing.
Thank you. You did too. Thank you.